Hi everyone, today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own homemade night vision goggles.
For this tutorial, it shouldn't matter if you're an expert or you just found out that this is a circuit board and not a Pi, because we're going to be covering how to set everything up, so all you need to do is put it in your headset. So first things first, the Raspberry Pi isn't going to do anything on its own. You need an SD card with an operating system on it in order for it to do anything. 32 gigs is kind of overkill for this project. You can get an 8 gigabyte one off Amazon for like $3, but once you have your SD card, this is how you set it up.
First, plug your SD card into your computer. Then you're going to want to download this version of Raspbian. A link is in the description. To my knowledge, the code we're going to write doesn't work on the latest version, so that's why you have to download this. Then you're going to want to download Win32Disk Imager. Again, link in the description. Once you have those downloaded, you'll have this. So it'll download as a zip file. You extract it, you'll get your disk image file here. So you're going to want to open your Win32. Should look something like this. So now you want to go and select your SD card. Select G or whatever your SD card is. Make sure you have your SD card selected because it'll write over whatever drive you have selected. Select your disk image and then hit write. See, it'll prompt you that it could corrupt the device, so make sure you have it selected and hit yes.
Alright, once it's done, right, successful, you're going to want to unplug your SD card and plug it into your Raspberry Pi, and then pretty much just plug in everything here, camera, monitor. Don't plug in the monitor from Adafruit just yet because it's not set up and it won't work, so plug it into an actual computer monitor or TV, but to get it set up you're going to need one of these, which is a micro USB to USB adapter. So you can plug in a keyboard and a mouse. The Raspberry Pi in the description comes with one of those. So you're just going to want to plug it in to here and plug in a mouse for this initial setup, and then just plug it in, power it up, and then once it boots up you're going to see this. It'll take a little bit because it's a Raspberry Pi Zero, but if you don't see anything or it's taking a very long time to boot up, you might have a corrupted disk image. So try formatting your SD card and reinstalling the disk image on it, but you should see this. You're not going to see this icon, so don't worry about that. But from here, we're going to click on the Raspberry Pi Start icon, go to Preferences, Raspberry Pi Configuration, then click Boot to CLI, Interfaces, enable the camera, and if you have a 0W, you can enable SSH. I have VNC enabled, just so you can see what's going on. If you're going to want to use SSH or VNC, you're going to want to enable Wi-Fi, which you can do so right here. And for the resolution, it's not in the drop-down menu here, so you're going to want to set it manually. So just click OK, and it'll ask if you want to reboot, hit no. You're going to want to click on this icon here. And once that opens up, you can unplug your mouse and plug in your keyboard. But you're going to want to type in sudo nano bootconfig.txt, and you should see this. Now you're going to want to scroll down about to here, and you're going to want to type this. This will force the resolution to a specific size, so it'll display correctly on the screen. Once you type all that in, you're going to want to hit Control X, yes, or Y, enter, and now you can type in sudo reboot. And then once the Pi reboots, you should see this, and everything will be done from keyboard. So I just SSH'd in so you can see it better, but from here you're going to want to type in sudo nano night.py, enter, and you should see this. The code is on my GitHub. You can copy and paste, you can type it by hand, download it, whatever you want to do, but it's there in the link in the description. So once you got it all in there, Control X, Y, enter, and then type sudo python night.py, and then you should see this on your screen. 2 images from the camera. If you don't see this, make sure your camera is plugged in correctly, and make sure that the code is written correctly. Now that the code is running, we're going to want it to automatically run this program when the Pi boots up. So press Control C to exit out of the program. And there's a couple of ways to have a program automatically run when the Pi boots up. This is the way that I chose. So you're going to want to type in sudo nano /etc/rc.local, enter, and you should see this. So now scroll down just before exit 0, and you're going to want to type in sudo python /home/pi/night.py and an ampersand, and then hit Control X, Y, enter, then type sudo reboot, enter. And then once the Pi finishes rebooting, you should see this. Ta-da! So now, it's pretty much all set up. All you really need to do is install it into your headset. Pretty much every headset's going to be different as to how you install it. I have an old Gear VR that I installed it into, so this is what it looks like for me. You're probably going to have to cut holes and everything into your headset for it to work. I have a switch so I can flip the frame rate for a near setting and a far setting. You don't have to add that if you don't want to, but if you do, these are the GPIO pins that the switch would go on. I used hot glue and zip ties to pretty much hold everything together. If you have a better idea of how things should go together, by all means. If you don't want to use hot glue and you're thinking about using super glue, I would highly recommend against it, because it could leave a film over things, and you don't want that to get on the lenses or the screen or the camera. But once you have everything together, all your wires organized, you can plug it into a USB outlet and enjoy stationary night vision, or you can plug it into a USB power bank and enjoy night vision on the go. Thanks for watching. If you like this project, like, subscribe. If I lost you, let me know where I lost you in the comments below. Stay tuned for more projects. Who knows, I might even make another how-to video.